Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to episode 10 of Into the Nexus, the Heroes of the Storm podcast. I am Garrett Weinzerl, and I'm joined today, as always, by Willie Dills Gregory and Kyle Ferguson, both of whom, if you're watching the live stream or the video afterwards, do not have working cameras at the moment, so it's just me. But you can hear it. You guys can talk.
We have horrible internets where we are right now.
You both, they're both being stricken down by the crappy internet raid boss.
By the city.
That big city internet. Yep.
Right. Or as we call it here, the shitty internet.
The normal internet. Yeah, that's what I call it.
You call it a Thursday
standard internet.
A regular Thursday night.
I actually tried to stream last night, and I think I think I got through for maybe a minute 4 different times. So this morning when I looked at my Twitch, it was like, highlight your latest broadcast, and it was like 4 1-minute little clips. I was like, no, I'm not gonna highlight this. But yeah, so that's what I'm going through right now. How are you guys doing?
Well, Chicago just wants to give me a nice send-off, have my final Into Nexus before recording in Washington. Just, be without some video. And I'm looking forward to getting that move done. The dreams have started. Not like they didn't start already, but now they're just crazy. I'm crashing the moving truck every night. My cat broke a cup last night and knocked over a bottle of vitamins. So and so if you ever want to break into my house, you're going to be greeted by a naked man wielding Frostmourne. So just letting you all know, that is how I ran into the kitchen.
You're kidding me with wielding your Frostmourne replica.
It's all I got, man.
It's pretty hefty, right? I mean, how much does that thing weigh?
Yeah, I guess I was more two-handing it slightly behind me. It was more of a drag, actually.
So you look like Skeleton King in Diablo. Just kind of dragging it behind you, and then you got to get that where you throw your shoulder into it to get the sword up.
Exactly.
Well, if I'm a robber, I don't want to get killed. I don't want to get killed by Frostmourne. I mean, come on.
If I was a robber and I had to die, that's exactly how I'd want to get killed.
Why not? I mean, at least you'd get to whisper to him for all eternity through the sword.
I guess that's true.
You're not really gone. You're just, eaten.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
You get to chill with King Tyrannus. And
exactly.
And
Happy Father's Day.
Plot the downfall of your corrupted son. Welcome to another episode, everyone. This is the beginning of the show where we just start rambling about the lore about one of the 3 Blizzard IPs that this game includes.
That's what we get to do here.
At the moment, there may be more IPs in the future, like Lost Vikings or Blackthorn, but at the moment, only 3 IPs are being represented.
Right, and eventually there might be Titan-y kind of things in there, but who knows what that's going to be.
If that ever actually becomes a thing,
Exactly.
Which it may never become.
I was so excited for Titan for the longest time, and now I'm just like, I'm not sure if it's ever actually going to happen.
No. At this point, I just don't care if it does or not. It's fine. If it happens, it's cool. If it doesn't,
Yeah. You're no longer anticipating it. It's now on the shelf right next to Half-Life Episode 3. Half-Life 2 Episode 3 or Half-Life 3, whatever.
They're trying to Duke Nukem us is what's going on here, so I'm not falling for it.
Well, except Duke Nukem came out, and it was terrible.
Yeah, like a decade later.
So hopefully that's not what happens with Titan. But, yeah, anyway. So, Dills.
I think people can tell right now that there's no news in...
It's a pretty slow week.
They already know.
It is a pretty slow week, so it'll probably be a shorter episode than usual, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. You missed a couple things last week, Dills, when you were on the show, but the one thing we did want to ask you about from last week was, did you get a chance to look at the data mined heroes, and was there one in particular you're really excited for?
Well, none. Like, most of these were already data mined, right? Like, this wasn't something that just came out. A lot of these were stuff we knew about, so I'm not even sure what the new ones are.
Well, they sorted it into, like, tiers of how likely it was that they're actually going to be in the game because of how much data they found.
Yeah, but I've seen this list before. Like, I saw this list when Murky still wasn't out. So I'm not sure like if new stuff got added to it or not. But
I think they found more strings of dialogue.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see Ragnaros, Rexar. I'm really hoping that the ones that are at the bottom are actually very likely. Like the highly likely ones, like Lost Vikings. Okay, all right. I guess that'll be interesting. I'm just afraid of more like weird murky style stuff going on with Lost Vikings, But yeah, Skeleton King will be cool. There's a lot of characters in here that I expected, and then there's some that I didn't expect, like Butcher. All right, random. Cho'Gall.
I'd be curious how they would differentiate the Butcher from Stitches, because
Yeah, he's gonna be a big ass dude roaming around, but
and he uses chains and stuff. So
yeah, yeah. No, I mean it just makes me really excited for when there's like 100 heroes. You know, there's gonna be so much. There's gonna be so much diversity in the hero selections. So.
Right, we actually got a tweet this week informing us what the difference between, of course, Rexar, who is our Beastmaster, and Rhaegar is, which is a very likely hero here, whereas Rexar is much further down. Rhaegar is one of the main shaman for the upcoming Warlords of Draenor.
Yep.
So he could be a really cool, he's an enhancement shaman, and that'd be sweet, like dropping the totems. Can you imagine like a Wind Fury ultimate buff just on all the heroes?
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, dual wielding. Just going to town on people.
Guys, can you imagine getting a shaman in there and popping Bloodlust and making it have the same effect as it does in World of Warcraft?
Oh, Bloodlust, yeah. Or heroism for the Alliance people.
Yeah, for those of you guys who were
nobody calls it that. I don't think even people on the Alliance don't call it that.
Yeah,
like Bob Bloodlust.
Yeah, for those of you who were late to the shaman game, Alliance, that's Bloodlust. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Man, that would be a nightmare to balance something like that in a game like this.
It seems to me that Bloodlust would be something that Thrall wouldn't have, right? Like Thrall wouldn't be the kind of guy who pops a Bloodlust. He's just going to hit you with lightning and green stuff.
He's basically Thor with green skin.
Sure.
I mean, he's got the big
hammer the hell out of your face.
Yeah. So.
And summon wolves. He has to.
Yeah, exactly. Has to summon wolves. So, all right, awesome. Well, in what little news there was this week, Blizzard put out a post today actually saying that the next tech alpha phase is incoming. And while this made us really excited, we read it and then there was less excitement to be had, because it basically was just saying that in a couple weeks they're going to open up the alpha to many more regions, which I guess is exciting, obviously, if you're in one of these regions that has not been in the alpha yet. It's
Absolutely.
Probably very exciting for you. As a matter of fact, I believe this applies to our good friend Jocelyn from the Angry Chicken, because it does appear that Canada was not included in the alpha. But it looks like it will be, because the regions that are
North America.
Yep,
yeah.
the regions that are being added, they said specifically North America, Europe, Latin America, Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is really what this sounds like is just, this is the next phase in testing servers. That's
Phase
really all they're
2.
doing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same thing with
the
Hearthstone,
Switch.
They slowly built up the amount of people playing the game, and then when it was actually time to put it out, they felt confident they weren't going to crash everything.
Yep.
Lots
all
of
they're
screaming,
doing.
more power, lightning bolts shooting everywhere in the server room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lots of big switches being thrown.
Right, Tesla coils, completely unneeded.
I really hope that's I hope that's not what the server room looks like, because that would be concerning.
When you play Dota or League of Legends, do you play only with your region? I'm not sure about how that works.
No, because I get Spanish-speaking teammates fairly often, actually.
Well, that's
Okay.
more based on their server. So when you go into Dota, you select which servers you want to do the search for.
Okay.
And, most likely you're going to do West or East America, because that's where you're going to have the best latency. But a lot of people in South America or Russia just don't have big enough servers, so they end up playing on American servers.
Oh, I see.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you do play within a region. Like you don't maybe get somebody from Australia unless they're asking to play. Okay.
But it's not like StarCraft used to be, where it was region locked, where you didn't choose, you had to play in your region. And if that was a dead region, you got a little screwed.
Sure. Okay. I have a feeling that Blizzard will be doing this game doesn't make sense to have like the multiple accounts, like the Hearthstone stuff. But I think you'll definitely be playing just North America. Interesting.
Yeah. They also, in case you're worried that you're in one of these new regions and you're not going to be able to give Blizzard money, they did want to let you know that regional payment flows will be in place, so invited players will also be able to make purchases using their region's accepted currency. So
Okay.
Don't have to do
That seems obvious.
any conversion or anything like that.
They did put out a tweet requesting Aussies and Kiwis go sign up for the beta because apparently they have a lack of them. So they need people to get ready to test.
Which made me go to my buddy Ben, who has spent a lot of time in Australia and New Zealand, and go, hey, is Kiwis a known nickname for people from New Zealand? He goes, yes, Garrett. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So,
it's not a derogatory term. No.
I was just like, I've never heard anyone refer to as Kiwis before, but I know the bird kiwi, and I know they're in New Zealand, so I can only assume.
Yeah, it's fine.
They're adorable.
It's not like calling Canada Canada or whatever. Like, they don't really care. They're down with
it. Yeah. Plus Canadians, they're so darn polite.
Well, yeah. Well, we know now that we know from the last Angry Chicken, Australia is actually politer than Canada. So they give no bad reviews in Australia.
That's a callback. Go listen.
If you're not listening to the Angry Chicken, then you have no idea what I mean.
Yep. So also this week, Kyle, you pointed me to this, that, if you want to kind of de-jerkify your hero's experience, that some people over on Reddit were talking about the best way to go about blocking and reporting people, because you can't actually like block someone in chat while you're in game.
Right. So what happens now is the chat is completely uninteractable. Someone says something, you can't click on their name, can't do anything about it while in the game. So what you do is you do a nice /whisper. You say, dude, why are you being an ass? And then later when you exit the game, that whisper is part of your account. You can then click on them while you're in the main client and report them or ignore them. So you're helping out the world by whispering them and kind of keeping that stockpile for later. And that comes to us from Reddit user Lagforce.
Gotcha. So you have to whisper them first, and then it puts it into your log once you're out of the game.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Definitely a roundabout. Yeah, I fully assume that down the line there's going to be better ways to do this.
I've had pretty good luck lately with the attitude of players.
Yeah, it seems to have improved a lot.
It's either like a roller coaster for me. I don't know. I'll go like 1 week it'll be fine, and then 1 week I'll have like 4 games in a row with a bunch of jerks.
That's funny. I was reading a post on Reddit the other day in the Heroes subreddit, and someone was saying like every game they're getting ass hats, and I'm not having this experience at all. I'm not seeing any ass hats anywhere. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
The number of people who are leaving and just standing there has definitely greatly decreased. And granted, if you stand there for over a minute, you get booted.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, but I'm not even seeing people saying mean things. That's the thing. Like, I'm not seeing any of this right now. Are you guys seeing that? Are you guys having? You guys are actually having
from time
ass
to
hats?
time, and
Really?
I felt like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was getting it fairly frequently, but it's kind of petered off.
Yeah. Maybe they all left and they went back to their usual ass hattery.
Just about to say that. Like, maybe they're just like, everyone here doesn't seem to get riled up enough at me being a jerk. I'm going to go back to my MOBA of choice.
And I think that's the thing, is we're left right now with the people who just really want to enjoy and play this game. Because you know what? The level up system, it's not, that rewarding at the moment. You can very quickly get the amount of gold you would want to get the heroes you want to play. I mean, I'm sitting on gold right now because I'm just waiting for Zagara, and I don't want to be caught with my
I'm doing
pants
the
down.
exact same thing. I think I have over 20,000, and there could be all these heroes I could be purchasing, but I'm just kind of like,
You can
I've got
spend
the
up to
guys.
10,000, right? Zagara's not going to cost more than that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. At the same time, though, I already have all the heroes that I enjoy playing. I have like one of each, class. I've got my warrior I like. I've got my assassin I like. My specialist and my, oh my god, brain, support,
Assassin?
support,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
support.
Oh, support. Got it.
Said warrior. Said assassin.
I'll be honest. I wasn't paying attention to what you'd already listed.
Thank you for manning up to that, Dills. I appreciate it.
Nothing not honest.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's the same thing. It's like, and I'm curious if we'll have an influx of maybe 1 or 2 new heroes in the near future.
I'm not saving for anything, man. As soon as I have enough to buy somebody, I just buy them.
You just buy them. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm totally impulse buyer in this game.
Yeah.
And I probably will be even when the game is like out. But my kind of feeling on it now is like, I don't know. Maybe they'll wipe it at some point, and I'll just be like, "Why did I save that gold?" You know, might as well
Yeah.
spend it.
Well, that's the thing. That was the thing I was reading into when they were mentioning that they're entering the next phase of the tech alpha. I was coming through that thing to see if they were going to say anything about a possible wipe.
Yeah.
But it said nothing because we've
Okay.
only had one, and it's been a while since we had it.
I imagine we'll have at least one more, but there was only one in Hearthstone in that beta, so yeah.
Yeah. I also don't feel like though in Hearthstone that we had any massive changes like we had with this most recent Heroes patch.
No,
That just
that's very true.
overhauled,
Well,
you know.
there's a few more moving pieces. Things can do more than attack, for one.
That's a good
Mhm.
point.
Move backwards, they can heal, they can, so
Yeah.
there's a lot more to it.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, anywho, it's also in an alpha. So this is going to be going on longer than our experience with the beta of Hearthstone.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
probably way more changes by comparison.
Hmm.
So let's talk some strategy this week because that seriously is all the news there was, and that was working for it. Kyle, this week you really wanted to discuss the alternative level 20 powers. Now, a lot of people, you hit level 20 in this game, and you immediately go for whatever the modifier to your heroic ability is.
Most people, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But there are all these other little side abilities that you can get.
Right, it's one of the first things that disappointment's a bit of a strong word. But when they're saying, all these unique talents and every hero kind of has their own way to progress, and then you play two heroes for the first time and you go, oh, but Giant Slayer, I just found him on the other guy I just played. What's up with that? And there are a number of sort of neutral abilities sprinkled throughout all the talent trees for you to have to kind of augment your hero if you don't want to just augment your abilities in the classic way.
Right.
Something like
if you compare that though to other existing MOBAs, it fills the role of items.
Right. So like for no reason ever would a non-caster get a staff or something like that in a different MOBA. But along the way you might get a tread, something like that everyone is kind of accustomed to.
Hmm.
So the tap fill in the roles of items. So there's going to be some passive between multiple heroes. Usually assassins have some that are shared amongst assassins. Something like Path of the Warrior. Hey, you find that on most warriors to increase your health. Tychus has it for some weird reason, just to confuse you to thinking that he can tank something.
That's why I hated Tychus, because he was one of the first heroes I tried out, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, he must be a tank.
Right, he's got big old armor, smoking a cigar, he's got a giant minigun, but no, the miniguns are for range, and apparently all that muscle does not protect one.
Well, he does fight at close range though. So for a ranged guy, he's kind of has to get in there. So I guess it could help you in that particular sense. Live a little bit more.
That is a good point. That's a very good point.
Right, and the Tychus is definitely like not what I'm intending to do here. He is amazing, but he is all about dance. You are not supposed to. You're not going to Sergeant Hammer just like kind of walk yourself out there and or even Diablo and be like, I am here. See my firebolts through the walls. Come get me.
Yeah, I feel like though, like actual Tychus would just be a guy who just stands there and fights, don't you? Like just from the game and just that kind of guy. Like he seems like he would just stand there and just like throw haymakers with somebody for a while.
And I think that's why our perspective was off. He's bigger than Raynor.
Yeah.
But both are assassin heroes. So to kind of break this down to a digestible chunk, we are going to do the level 20 powers. So at 10, you pick your power. This is where you only have a choice between one ultimate or the other. But at level 20, you get your chance to augment your ultimate or pick 2 to 3 other alternative powers.
Yeah.
So for a quick example, Diablo. At level 10, you pick an ability that stuns everyone on the map if they do not move out of the devil symbol on the ground. At level 20, you then can augment that so that when you die, it goes off on its own. So you get in a fight, use it once, you're going to die because you're the tank, it goes off again. But you also have the choice of 3 other abilities, which can be used to great effect. So something that I saw this week that just blew my mind was Bolt of the Storm. This is, instead of augmenting your ability, which can be just amazing. You can choose to teleport a short distance, basically Blink Dagger for those of you Dota players out there. And I was just saying last week about how, Diablo's problem right now is that he can't really close the range to do some of his abilities. Getting something like this, if you're not planning on dying, could be a great help to you.
Does this have long range? Does this have range all over the map? Because I took it one time and I didn't feel like I went to where I wanted to go to.
No, you cannot teleport further than your screen can.
I see. Okay.
So you are going to be clicking somewhere maybe beyond a bush, maybe a little bit further ahead. Like, it's really going to help Diablo close that distance, get that slam down, and push someone back. But you're not becoming a Brightwing with this ability, which is something that I thought was going to happen as well.
I when I first saw it, I don't think I read it all the way through, and I was like, "Sweet, get anywhere on the map." That sounds like the best thing I could possibly have. So,
if you want to argue semantics about it, like, activate a teleport to a nearby location, it's one map. Like, nearby sounds pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I mean the maps aren't that big. It's nearby, yeah, but oh well. They don't really describe this one in like they're not getting to the nuts and bolts here. They're not saying like a range of X, So.
Yeah, I grabbed this blindly the very first time I ever played Brightwing.
That seems like a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I thought it was like didn't share a cooldown. I'm like, I can have 2 teleports, hell yeah! But instead, it was as we discussed, it's just kind of a short range teleport, which is actually can be really awesome. It can go through walls and go through trees.
Yeah. Is it instant or does it have a cast time?
No, it's instant.
It's instant. It's
yeah, so if it's instant, that's amazing because Brightwing's other teleport definitely does have a cast time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but it's global, whereas this is a very short distance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's so few single target stuns in the game, and no one really wants to waste an ultimate to stop a Brightwing or an Abathur from just burrowing away. So using those to get out is just really powerful right now. I don't feel like you need Bolt of the Storm, but so a tough decision. Like Diablo, it kind of seems clear. Dying to get your ability off again, that kind of sucks. Lightning Breath is neat, but no one really falls for it anymore. So getting that Bolt is really powerful. Someone like Nova, it's a really tough choice because any of your abilities, it causes more damage and is often going to allow you to use it much faster. But Nova has no escape mechanics other than maybe doing a bit of juking around some bushes and getting your cloak off. But even then, cloak in this game is not invisibility. You are leaving a shadow of yourself behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see, it's like Predator. Like you can see the ripples.
On Nova, though, I never take anything but, double, triple tap, or multiple triple taps, or whatever it is, the aim shot thing. Like Nova's powers are too good.
Right, and why would you at this point in the game?
Yeah.
Adding extra damage is going to be a much bigger contribution to your team than living a little extra. But down the road, I mean, being able to juke with Nova could be just a huge advantage. I mean, someone like Stitches eats you, walks behind the wall, one of the most annoying sort of combo abilities, and you're able to pop out of there. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very good point. Have you gone back to Nova at all, Dills? Have you untrained yourself to be in level triple tap yet? Since
a little bit. Now... I mean, no, I still like triple tap better. It's just so satisfying. But I do see the merit in the other ulti. It's just, I don't know. I think I just like triple tap, even if it might not be the best one, because it's just so damn fun when you get 4 off in a row and kill the entire other team. But yeah, I'm too in love with Gazla right now to even care.
Yeah, I was about to say people are getting real good at just blocking triple tap, and it just does nothing.
No, it's true. Yeah, and I mean, it's one of the ultis that gets wasted more than any other, because not only is it if someone like body blocks it or moves behind something, do you not get it, but if someone stuns you, if someone there's so many different stuns in the game that a lot of times you just never get to use it, and then it still gets the cooldown, so it's 90 seconds, so you can try again.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Moving down the list of these level 20 powers, Swift Storm, which I've never actually seen before, and I realize why when I look at the heroes that get it. There's only 3 of them.
Right,
yeah.
3 out of the 26 available heroes. These are Gazlo, Murky, and Witch Doctor.
Yeah, and what Swift Storm does is you are no longer dismounted when you take damage, and it increases your mount speed to 60% increased movement speed.
It's pretty nice.
Which sounds kind of nice, especially for someone like Murky who just wants to charge the front line.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a great talent for Murky. I actually did take this once with Gazla, and it was cool because I could get around the map really quick, But I prefer Resurgence of the Storm over all of these, honestly. That's the only one I currently take.
It's the one I've definitely taken the most, but I only take it if we're not doing well, if we're dying a lot, if we're behind.
Well, Swift Storm is something I take a lot on Witch Doctor. Only when I grab his Ravenous Spirit ability, because his Gargantuan, which is just like it is in Diablo, like you summon a Gargantuan and augmenting that at level 20 makes it permanent, and you get that thing forever. Like there's no reason if you go Gargantuan not to get that. Ravenous Spirit, though, it's going to do the exact same damage with your level 20 augment. All it does is have more movement speed, which already moves slightly faster than a hero does walking. So if you drop it well, if you use it well, you don't really need that. It's not increasing the duration of it or anything. Yeah. So I always grab Swiftness because Witch Doctor, he needs to be places. You're a busy man. You have the ability with his passive to constantly have mana. There's no reason to ever hearth back and get yourself healed up or mana'd up. If you can be everywhere you need to be, like that's just a huge factor for him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that it's good for those types of heroes because he really is. Like he comes in, he changes like the tide of a battle basically. So being there is important.
Yeah. Right. Gazlo seems no reason to take him. Like, what are you going to do? Like, run around all the camps faster? There's practically a problem with Gazlo of having all the camps gone for too long.
It's true. Yeah. That's what actually happened when I took it. I took it, and then I was like, all I'm doing is getting to the camp and clearing it really quick, and then realizing there's no camps up for like a minute. So from now on, I'm
well, you should stop being so damn good at your job, is what it sounds like.
Well, Gazlo's really good at his job. He's just
if you were just
kill stuff.
If you were just a little lax on getting all of your camps, it might not be so bad.
Yeah. All right. I'll think about it. I'll think about sucking more.
You guys just brought up Resurgence of the Storm, which is upon dying, revive back at the altar after 5 seconds. Can only occur once every 2 minutes.
It more or less it's the closest thing to a buyback we have at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty bad if you're dying more than every 2 minutes anyway. So
or like I said, I grab this whenever my team is behind and we're getting wiped out a lot. I've been playing a lot of Arthas lately. This is one of his options, and I've had games where we are on the back foot, and this has come in handy. If you're ahead and you never die again after taking this, it is a wasted talent. That is
true. But it changes how you play, though. Like I'll take this on Stitches, and basically I could just go for it. Once every 2 minutes, I could just be like, because at this point, when you're level 20, you're not. The only real penalty to dying is the minute that you're out of the game.
Yeah.
The experience for the other team isn't such a big deal at that point. So I could just really get in the battle and not care and protect my teammates and do all that kind of stuff with reckless abandon, because I know I'm just coming right back.
Yeah. Every 2 minutes.
And this is really awesome on someone like Tyrael, who has cool ultimates, but when he dies, he does a big damage explosion. And now that they've kind of fixed the art on him where you can really see the area of that effect, dying around or killing Tyrael and trying to get out with low health without any escape mechanic, you're going to be dead. And if he could come right back from that immediately, it's a huge help.
Yeah. Yeah, his point is to kind of get in there and then die. So,
Yeah.
This is a great talent for him.
So
this is the one I've taken more than any other one, for sure.
Yeah. The one I've taken the most is the next one I wanted to talk about, which is Storm Shield. My time as Brightwing. Yeah, when I was first getting into Brightwing, once I learned that I didn't really need Bolt of the Storm, I started going for Storm Shield, which isn't to say that her ultimate modifier isn't awesome. I always go for Blink Heal, and doing 200% more on the initial heal is pretty awesome. But Storm Shield is actually pretty interesting. I've definitely noticed that it makes a difference in big team engagements, especially at the end when you're trying to push your your opponent's core, it can make the difference between
absolutely.
you coming out on top.
Blink heal already does so much anyway, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of healing regardless of
Right.
augmenting it. So
Storm Shield only available to 6 of the 26 heroes. Activate. Give you and your nearby allies a shield for 20% of your maximum health for 3 seconds. And so if you do it, if you're Brightwing and you do it on Diablo, it's his maximum health that goes up. So it's not based on you either. So Diablo actually has this, which is kind of weird. Granted, Resurgence, get an instant res. Well, he already kind of has the Soulstone mechanic. There's that res. He's a warrior, so they're not going to give him the chain lightning, and there's no reason to make him move around faster. It seems a little weird on him, but I've gotten it before, and it's nice to contribute.
Yeah. And for those of you reading this, if you haven't played Here's a Storm, or specifically if you haven't played Brightwing, and you're like 3 seconds, that doesn't seem long. Brightwing has made me really appreciate 3 seconds, because I believe that's how long Polymorph lasts. And that's an eternity in this game.
it really is. Yeah. Yeah. So much can happen in 3 seconds. And you're in a big team fight, and 20% health for any period of time is going to be huge.
Right.
You'll live and they won't, basically. And once the team fight's over, who cares? You win.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I like Storm Shield quite a bit. Did we talk about Fury of the Storm already?
No, that's the one we skipped, which is a single sort of adding a chain lightning attack. Your attack bounces twice, dealing 50% damage to nearby enemies.
Yep.
It's just your basic attacks, though. So,
right.
It's nice. It's not that nice. I don't really take this one.
Yeah, I rarely take this one, unless it's like I don't even know. I usually just get in some weird headspace where I'm like, I need to kill a lot of creeps all of a sudden. I guess I'll take it, but very rarely do I get into that headspace. Normally, this is I think of all of these, my least favorite one.
Yeah. What about
if you look at
is it pretty much assassins who have this one?
For the most part,
More or
a
less,
couple
yes.
of like
Tyrande can
Sergeant
get
Hammer
it.
has it.
Yeah, Tyrande,
Okay.
I believe, can get it.
So you're dealing with some pretty high damage range people who can be put together in such a way that they're meant to do a lot of damage to fill that role. But I mean, this works great for someone like Kerrigan, whose basic attacks build her up a shield. So getting that extra bounce of basic attack can just be huge.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The person I really think of is Vala, Demon Hunter, because her 2 ultimate abilities don't really augment very well. One is the one you see a lot. It's the what's it called? Where she just turns black and goes beep, 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 and shoots missiles everywhere. Strafe. So Strafe, you go into this, form, you're just shooting missiles everywhere. But if you get stunned anywhere in there, like if they have an Uther on their team, you start up that form, boom, you get stunned, it's over. So there's no reason to augment that. Rain of Vengeance, you cause 2 waves to come down slamming and stunning in a row. But you can augment that to 4 slams. But really, with the first slam, people have enough time in between the slams to walk out of it. So again, if you're playing a decent team, there's really no reason why to have 3 slams that aren't doing anything. Giving that extra bouncing attack is huge.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, her basic attack is really strong, too. So it's definitely worth.
Yeah.
I would like this if it was. I would actually take this if it was on Gazlo, honestly, because it would help me kill creep camps even faster, or merc camps even faster.
You don't need the help, dude. You don't.
Well, yeah, but I want to do it so fast, man. I want to do it so fast. This reminds me though of Dota 2 is playing Luna, and Luna has one of her abilities or whatever is where you start AoEing stuff with your basic attacks.
Yeah,
and it was pretty good in that.
Well, and Luna, one of her big builds in Dota is to go a lifesteal build, because every single bounce gets you additional life, and you just become this damage-dealing tank. So someone like Vala, Demon Hunter, can also spec to that by taking another passive early on, Vampiric Assault. Then you're doing that bounce damage. There's some really cool ways to augment heroes and take that last skill. And again, like some ultimates just right now don't seem worth augmenting when you get to them. And these passives at the end can really help fill you out well.
Cool.
Awesome.
I take these most of the time, actually, with a lot of characters. So
Yeah. Yeah. Storm Shield for president.
Win them team fights.
Well, let's take some emails before we end out the show. You can send your emails to itncast@gmail.com. Dills, you want to take the first one?
Okay, I'm gonna try. It's gonna come out like a robot, but whatever.
Yeah, we apologize everyone for the internet. We have tried everything.
Kenny from Yakaipa? Wow. Okay. Hey guys, one of my favorite units from good old StarCraft 1 was the Lurker. Maybe it could be similar to Sergeant Hammer by burrowing with a long-range attack. Also, I think Covetous Shen, the jewel vendor from Diablo, would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, Covetous Shen.
Throw jewels. Yeah, that'd be cool. He could throw jewels at enemies, buff other characters. His ultimate could be getting in his barrel for 5 seconds and rolling quickly through enemies doing damage. Wow, that would be amazing. Listen to your guys' show for years. Guys' shows for years. Life would suck without them. P.S. Hopefully we can meet up and have a brew at BlizzCon. Absolutely we can.
I am constantly meeting up and having many brews at BlizzCon.
Yes. That is basically what BlizzCon is. Meet up, have brews.
And then this past year, this dude named Dills or something came up to me and said, dude, there's a 7-Eleven like 1 block that way and the beer's way cheaper.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
And I looked at him like he just told me the meaning of life.
Suddenly, I had extra money in my pocket.
Suddenly, I could afford to buy the Hearthstone shirt that they were all sold out of, and I still don't have.
Oh man, that sucks. I have one. They have them online now.
I know, but shipping is so damn expensive.
Yeah, that's true. So I think he's got 2 real sweet heroes here. I did not play a lot of StarCraft 1, so I'm not that familiar with the Lurker. But you guys, I'm sure, know lots about.
Actually, I didn't play a lot of StarCraft 1 either. The only reason I am as familiar with the Lurker as I am is that so many people wouldn't shut the hell up about adding the Lurker into Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah.
So
what does the Lurker do in StarCraft? What does the Lurker do?
It burrows and it shoots spikes up in a frontal, not a cone, but a straight line with like a fixed width.
So this is a Zerg unit.
Yep, Zerg, yeah, burrows and it shoots spines up.
Yeah, that sounds very Zergy.
Yep.
That would be weird if a Protoss did that. Would not make sense.
Well, it could lodge itself in the ground and then shoot up plasma beams, and then it would be Protoss flavored.
I mean, if you just want to completely bastard it down to its base, it was the Zerg siege tank.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. That's it. And then we got Swarm hosts, and everyone they're not as good as Lurkers, and that's the end of that. So. I'd love to see a Lurker. I'm much more on board, however, with Covetous Shen.
Right, yeah.
Because Covetous Shen. That's the only reason you need.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the barrel roll, too.
It better just be called barrel roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And have that sound effect. Do a barrel roll. That would be awesome.
But you have to hit Z or R twice, and that's pretty rough.
Oh, God, Kyle.
But, we have Lily with the dragons that she puts on people, and a gem would be really sweet, just embed that on someone's back, and they're doing X extra ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be sweet.
Well, yeah, he could be like a little buffing character,
But then I have to pay money to take it off and put it in something new, and that's just a big pain in the butt.
He's just a simple man, by the way. Give him a good meal, a warm bed, and a handful of jewels. Covetous Shen. There you go.
Thanks for your email. Our next email comes to us from Soiled Pigeon. There's nothing right about that name.
That's gross.
We'll just call him Pigeon for short. Right. I am loving all the A-Move TV productions you guys have been putting out. I recently got into the alpha and am enjoying my time with the game. A thought crossed my mind while playing Heroes. Do you think that Blizzard pulled the PvP functionality from Diablo 3 because they wanted to put their attention towards Heroes of the Storm? There are some really close similarities in playstyle. Just a thought. Keep up the great casts. No. Not even. So, completely different team worked on this. The StarCraft team's working on Heroes of the Storm. No, the Diablo 3 has its own team, and StarCraft has its team, which is also the Heroes of the Storm team.
I think they took PvP out because it sucked.
I agree. That's the harsh opinion of myself.
Yeah.
Good. I don't think that's the case. It's just
and have you gotten to Diablo in Diablo 3? He spawns a clone of you, and that guy's no fun to fight. He dies immediately. Well, at least as a wizard, like he hits me, I die. I hit him, he dies. Like that's no fun.
Yeah. And I mean, even if you remember before they canned it, like leading up to it, they seemed like they were trying to head people off at the pass, just like, guys, this isn't going to be competitive. It is not going to be balanced. Like they were trying to corral everyone's expectations.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, what's the point then? I mean, if this isn't gonna.
I did it briefly at the BlizzCon when they did the Demon Hunter announcement, because you could actually go in and mess with it, and it was just not fun. It just wasn't like, it was like the top-down view, but kind of skewed off like to the side. Wasn't right with it. Didn't feel good. I don't know why in a MOBA that view kind of works, but in Diablo it just didn't. Maybe it's probably just like the clicking,
Yeah, I mean it's it's not a completely different, but it is. They're two completely different types of games.
Well, and I mean, what's the most dangerous thing from afar? Like maybe those guys with the centipedes on their arms, like shooting, but like everything is very obvious about where it comes from, if it's long range or it's really slow.
Yeah.
Or you just walk out of it. And us as the heroes are using abilities that can be fired off screen. It just, MOBAs are games about awareness. And without the mini map and all these sort of features that come with a MOBA, it wasn't going to be pretty. I am really excited about some of the stuff they released this week for Diablo, or talked about at least, with the new patch, with them doing seasons and that thing. It gets me really excited about, things have been a little slow on the heroes front, but I feel like, we're in the StarCraft engine. We already have every feature we could have from there. Like, what do we have with that? Seasons? Like all the team features we want? Like, what are we slowing down for those reasons? That gets me going.
Yeah. I think honestly though, right now the way the news cycle is going to work with Heroes is they're going to shut down periodically, to just really just get to work, and then we're just going to get massive change all at one time. So I'm not worried about this week being slow.
Yeah, no, neither am I.
Yeah.
So, third and final email today comes to us from Yuri. I'm gonna butcher this one. Shikunov? Shikunov. Yuri Shikunov writes, "Hello guys, I think they might add something like in the Strife. There is a medal available near your portrait if you've got most kills, which are the sum of the kills and assists, and another one if you've got the highest GPM on your team. I think it is really plausible in Heroes." I feel like we're missing something from this email. I believe Yuri was talking about the quote-unquote shine rewards that they were talking about implementing for players who were getting the most kills, or the most like one-on-one kills and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see them adding something like this. Obviously not the GPM, because that stands for gold per minute, and we're not farming gold.
We don't have that. Yeah, I mean there could be like creep score and stuff like that. I mean they do have. You internally kind of see what you're doing. Like when you die, it says you earned 30% of your team's XP and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but have you noticed even when you do terrible, it tries to find something to show you to make you feel better about yourself?
Good job. You were alive for 20 seconds. Excellent work.
It's like, what? No, that's terrible. What do you do?
Yeah, that was bad.
Someone get that Gaslow voice actor back in here to record some lines to just rip on me for this. This is terrible.
Yeah. I want them to add something like this, so I think it could be cool. I mean, I like the idea of knowing not just when I die, how I'm doing and feeling good or bad about my play. Like it helps you even if you're doing bad to know, hey, I'm doing pretty bad. I should probably do something different.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree with that.
The more of this, the better.
Yeah, I think that'll work. So thanks for your email, Yuri. Again, send your emails to itncast@gmail.com. And I think that'll do it for this week's episode. Shorter episode, like we said. And again, really apologize for the internet issues this week, guys. There's nothing we could do. We even, as you may have noticed, stopped the show in the middle of it to try and sort things out. But we powered through nonetheless. As always, want to thank you guys who are leaving us reviews in the iTunes store. If you're a podcast listener and you're using iTunes, please jump in there, leave us a review. It's one of the easiest ways to really help out the show. This week, I wanted to thank Zed, Team K2, and Great Karma SF. Thank you guys very much for your.
By the way, we have 2 5-star reviews in Australia.
You checked Australia. What do they? Anything funny or snarky?
Not really. Just
polite, kind words of encouragement, giving us 5 stars. One person says needs more Canadian A, but
we get that. We get that a lot. So
yeah. Well, we talked about Canada briefly.
We did,
and how Australia is more polite.
Hey, as soon as Jocelyn gets in, I guarantee you she will be guesting on this show. So
yes, she will come on.
Yeah.
And tell us all about how she found some ability that's really good, and we're all going to say, no, it's terrible. What are you talking about? It's like, no, it's the best. I win all the time with it.
Oh, poor Jocelyn. Anyways, Into the Nexus is a production of amove.tv. Check out that site for everything that we do. Angry Chicken, A-Move Radio, this show. And check out the forum over at forum.amove.tv. We record Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/amovetv. Kyle will be absent for the next couple of weeks as he's moving, but we'll grab some guests and wrangle them in here and knock out some shows for you guys.
Sure, and I'll be even closer to Vancouver. So hey, Canada.
Yeah, but not quite. Not quite. You're still American.
Yeah.
At
least until they get a beta, I want.
If you can't tune in to the live video show on Twitch, check out the mobile live stream, which is provided by Alpha Geek Radio, which you can get by going to mobile.alphageekradio.com. We're on Channel 2 every Thursday night at the same time, obviously, because it's live. Our Twitter is at ITNcast. I can be found at Garrett Art. Dills is at Willie Dills, and Kyle is at Kyle Ferguson. I also want to thank Brian Griffith, who is the musician who made our intro music. Check out his website at briangriffithmusic.com. And check out my personal graphic design portfolio at nomoonart.com. Thanks for tuning in. Dills, where can people find you?
You can find me Friday mornings on The Instance, which is the World of Warcraft podcast. You don't have to. Of course, The Angry Chicken and TortureCast, podcast about the Giants, who are really bad at baseball all of a sudden after being the best team in baseball for a really long time. I don't understand what's happening. Dodgers are throwing no-hitters, and we can't beat anybody. It's terrible. But if you like hearing about the Giants, even when they're good or bad, TortureCast is the place for you. And Mediocre Golf Association, mjtour.com. If you are a golfer and you suck at it, there's a place for you to play.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Angry Chicken.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should have mentioned the names of the 2 people just from Australia. The shout out. The Night One and Silva Bullet.
Good save. Kyle, what about yourself?
Well, this Monday you can find me on my last episode of a podcast before I make the big move. Hopefully, I'm gone with this bad internet forever, and I'm moving to the sweet rainy hills of Washington.
Then you'll get to your new apartment. You'll get to your new apartment. You'll hook up your modem, and it will literally catch fire. And you're like, "Oh, the internet's not better here at all. It's worse."
No, it's so screaming fast it just bursts into flames.
Okay. I guess you could take that as a different way.
Yeah. Gotta stay positive, man. It's been a long road. So catch me this Monday on A-Move Radio, and then I will be absent until the 7th of July. I'll be moving in on the 1st, but, Comcast, they need a couple days to stretch their legs, unpack a box for me, and then they'll come by.
Awesome. And also just wanted to remind everyone that we'll be doing a live Angry Chicken at Nerdtacular this year on the 5th of July. Because we're just not American enough. Can't do it on the 4th. No, it should be fun. And also, if you're going...
we have a Canadian, so that would be terrible.
Yeah. And also, if you want to go to Nerdtacular and you can't get a ticket, I have an extra one. So if you're looking to buy an extra ticket, let me know.
They are sold out. So.
I'm not gouging. I just want to be reimbursed for what I paid for it. So face price, got a Nerdtacular ticket. Send me a tweet. Sweet. Please check out our sponsors, doghouse-systems.com and tweakedaudio.com. The code you use is ITN. It stands for Into the Nexus. It'll get you double memory on your next Doghouse Systems gaming rig. You can get one of the new special edition World of Warcraft machines, the Angry Chicken machine, which is finally up in the gallery that you can see what it looks like, or just one of the normal machines. Anytime you use that code, you'll get double memory, no extra charge, and it'll directly support Into the Nexus. That same code, ITN, will get you 30% off and free shipping off of your entire order of noise-reducing earbuds from tweakedaudio.com. So we thank them for their support. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. At least Dills and I will see you next week for episode 11.
This is true.
Kyle will be busy moving to a new place, being all cool and stuff.
Yeah, driving across the, when we'll be in South Dakota at that point. That'll be a thrill, I'm sure.
Lovely South Dakota. Way better than that other Dakota, by the way.
Right? Skipping that north one.
Making me think of when I moved to LA in car. Arizona was tough. It was real tough. So
yeah, enjoy that drive though. That there's not a lot of chances in your life to just drive across the country. So make the most of it, man.
Yeah.
I've done it twice, and it was amazing both times. Even though there's many parts that sucked, 16 hours in between cities, and then trying to figure out how to play music all of a sudden at the end of that was terrible. But I look back now and I'm like, man, I wish I could drive across the country right now.
By make the most of it, do you mean go as fast through the scary parts as humanly possible because you feel like at any moment your car would break down, you could die, and no one would ever find your corpse? Because that's how
I mean, like, stop and eat at a diner you've never eaten at before and say hello to the locals and stuff. Yeah. Do that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Just beware.
Find the world's largest something and take a picture of it.
See The Thing. If you haven't seen The Thing, go see it.
Exactly.
Read the signs aloud after 15 hours in the car with your wife and see if she still gives a damn.
I'm sure she'll love that. Yeah.
Well, Kyle, I'll talk to you Monday, but we wish you luck on your move.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, see you all next week, everyone.
Later, peoples.